Hey everyone, welcome to my channel where we're doing music covers, original music, album reviews, song reviews, a little social commentary here and there, whatever the day calls for. I'm very excited to get into what we're reviewing today. This is like one of my favorite bands, Dance Gavin Dance. They have 10 albums under their belt. Like a lot of people, I found out about them with their first full length Downtown Battle Mountain when they had Johnny Craig on vocals, and I definitely got into the interesting blend of their chordy with noodly guitar combo, um, with the soulful, clean singing, and kind of noisy screaming that John Mess brought at the time. And that was a pretty solid debut. And I was definitely interested to see what they did from there. Unfortunately, Johnny Craig left after that, and they brought in Kurt Travis, and the two albums they did with him, I would probably consider to be the lowest point of their career, and I kind of lost interest in them. Those albums kind of showed some inner turmoil in the band. Kurt's style of singing was a little bit too thin and whiny for me, and um, those ones just kind of passed me by. But then Johnny came back for Downtown Battle Mountain 2, and I've considered that to be a big turning point for this band because not only was that album great and what I would consider one of those few times where the sequel is even better than the original, it brought more of a fun factor to this band. A lot of their older work, even though like John Mess is singing a lot of goofy lyrics and stuff, the vibe of some of those older albums were just really emo and kind of depressing at times. And Downtown Battle Mountain 2, they kind of made this shift into more of like a summery, funky kind of fun band. And I think they benefited from that. Downtown Battle Mountain 2 was definitely at that time the best thing they had ever done, I thought. Then he left again, and they got their current vocalist, Tillian Pearson. It took some time for me to warm up to Tillian. The first couple releases with him, I thought he sounded kind of thin and maybe like a little whiny, kind of like I thought with Kurt Travis. My introduction to Tillian Pearson was actually at an Emarosa concert I was at, and Johnny Craig didn't show up. He had something happen in his personal life. He didn't show up. Nobody knew until they were about to go on, and Tillian was filling in for him. It's the first time I ever was introduced to Tillian, so it wasn't really under the best circumstances. But considering the short notice, he did a pretty solid job with Emarosa there. Um, but okay, so they have two albums at that point with Tillian, and I was kind of like lukewarm to it. But then they came out with the album Mothership, and something just happened with Tillian's voice, man. Like he got gruffer, he got more like real with it, more soulful. Like I don't know, man, if he just like started smoking cigarettes or what, but whatever it is, it was just the best thing that ever happened. The music got better. It had some, for their standards, Mothership had some really fucking heavy songs. Like they had one called Philosopher King, and it wasn't just heavy for their style, it was heavy in general. Mothership just blew my mind. And I thought it blew everything they had ever done out of the water. And then they came out with an album after that called Artificial Selection. While it didn't wow me quite to the degree that Mothership did, I really liked it too. It had tons of great songs on it. Just them still coming into their own this late into their career, they still were kind of like forming what they're going to be now, which is like this fun band with lots of summery chords. Even though they scream, the screams are fun. Like Tillian sounded great. I purchased Artificial Selection, and I was very excited for what was going to be their 10th album, Afterburner, and that's their most current release as of right now. And I like that one so much that I got it on vinyl, and I do not regret this purchase. Afterburner, I still think I like Mothership a little better, but Afterburner is just like so good. It's definitely just like them just so comfortable with this new sound that they have and just writing banger after banger after banger. This thing has like Lyrics Lie is incredible. Three Wishes, One in a Million, Strawberries Wake. Um, Yeah, Afterburner is really good. So I was very excited to find out they had a new song coming out. It just dropped yesterday called Synergy. It features a guest spot from Rob, either Damiani or Damiani. I'm going to say them both in hopes that one of them is right, from the band Don Brocco. I do not know a lot about this project. They came up once on a playlist I was listening to, and what I heard I thought was pretty terrible. I hated it. So it didn't really encourage me to continue. I probably would not be a fan of that outfit, but their vocalist is in the song, so um, yeah, let's get into the song. By the 30-second mark of this song, everything there is to love about the modern day sound of Dance Gavin Dance is in this track. The signature guitar noodling over some lush, summery, feel good chords. Great screams from John and Tillian, sounding great as always. Just everything's hooky. Everything is interesting, and it's very familiar. Uh, you're definitely not feeling like they're reinventing their sound or anything. This is just some familiar goodness. That's pretty much what this whole song is. Things get a little funky after this first section, and they do funk very well. They've been doing it since Downtown Battle Mountain 2, and it's just great. The section where Tilly is talking about running on fumes or whatnot, it's where it's just like, yeah, this is a good jam. The guest spot is next, and it it doesn't take away from the song at all, and it's much better than what I remember hearing in whatever Don Brocco is. Um, it's a pretty short spot. Next, John does some rapid fire, like scream rapping, which he's done before, but it's so good. And I just want to take a second to talk about John Mess. On the first Downtown Battle Mountain album, he sounded very strained, very just kind of like he was just like really coming into his scream. I would say that his screams on that album were probably the weakest part of that album. It took, and the Kurt Travis stuff too, like him too, like on Downtown Battle Mountain 2, like just something just happened. Like he is so fucking good now, man. So good. Even though they're screaming, his scream is just chill, kind of. It's kind of hard to think that, where you're listening to screaming, but it's just kind of chill, but it is. It's just nothing but feel good stuff. He's really good at the scream singing, at like emoting and using tones that you would use like when you're just speaking, but he's screaming it. That's really hard to do. I could never do that. John Mess he just gets better and better and better. It's just mind blowing how good he is now compared to when he started. And that's not the dog on his early work, but uh, he went from being a screamer I could take or leave to being a screamer that I just love. Like he is good as fuck now, man. Good as fuck. Um, the outro is awesome. And for what Dance Gavin Dance does, I suppose this would be the breakdown of the song. It doesn't bring about headbanging though. It's just good vibes all around. If you liked Afterburner, you're gonna like this song. It's nothing new. It's definitely not their best song. Um, they've done some one-off singles like this that I liked a little bit better, like Headhunter. Headhunter is one of my favorite songs that they've ever done. And I was surprised that one didn't end up on Afterburner because it's really good. But I'm gonna listen to this song a ton. It is just kind of them by the numbers, but them by the numbers is good. It's just good music to my ears, man. As far as the video, I don't really. It's kind of just the goofy stuff that they've done in their past videos. You can tell a ton of work went into it, and it was fun to watch. Um, John Mess is an interesting character, man. Interesting character. He's definitely the most interesting character in the band. I mean, like his lyrics just like are so odd, and uh, you know, Will Swan and Tillian, like everybody brought something in the band. The drums are great. Matt Mingus, the drummer, he did a great job. I didn't really hear too much standout bass work here, but I was definitely listening for it. And Dance Gavin Dance usually does a good job of having standout moments with the bass, not just making it a follow the guitar type thing. And that was definitely the case here. I don't think I heard anything super standout in the bass category of this song, but I have before, and he's good. Everybody here did a good job. I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. An 8 out of 10 for Dance Gavin Dance is probably a 10 out of 10 for a lot of bands. They're just so top tier, man. And when they release another full length album, I'll probably get that on vinyl too. I am like just a huge fan of these guys. But Mothership and everything they've done since Mothership, I would consider the best of their career. Like even though Afterburner is album number 10 and they've been around for all this time, Mothership and onward, I think they're at their peak right now. Like they are just riding the wave of greatness right now, man. Cannot say enough good things about these guys. This is a great song. It's an 8 out of 10 in my opinion. This is just my opinion. Everybody kind of has differing views on the past of Dance Gavin Dance. Some people love the Kurt Travis stuff. Some people, don't like the Johnny Craig stuff. Some people wish Johnny Craig would come back and Tillian would leave. Their back catalog, all their fans usually have something different to say about it. And with as many albums under their belt as they have, it's got something for everyone in this genre. I could not even begin to just call them a post-hardcore band. That's what they're labeled as. Even on the vinyl here it says album number 10 from the post-hardcore masters. Yeah, they are, but there's so much more than that, man. So much more than that. So I can't recommend this song enough. Give it a listen. If you haven't heard Afterburner, give it a listen too. But if you're checking out this song, you probably have. So I'm going to stop rambling. 8 out of 10. Dance Gavin Dance. Amazing band. And I'm definitely going to be on the lookout for what comes next. Thanks for watching.